Welcome back to another episode of Eric's Camping Adventures. We're going to go on another search today looking for some beautiful places. In this episode, we're going to spend some time in Red Rock Canyon in Hinton, Oklahoma. And not only are we going to see some beautiful places, we're going to meet some beautiful people and have a good time. And if you hang out long enough, I'll take you off-roading in my Honda Pilot.
I did have a slide out for my stove, but I ditched that.
So we are all at an Overland Rally at the Red Rock Canyon Adventure Park in Hinton, Oklahoma. Historically, this canyon was a wintering place for Native Americans for protection from the western Oklahoma winds. This area was a state park for years, but due to underuse and some funding problems, was returned to the city. And now it is Red Rock Canyon Adventure Park. Red Rock Canyon Adventure Park is west of Oklahoma City. The organizer of this event was Jared Findley of West Oklahoma Overland, and he is a significant resource for any contents in this video. Jared also has a growing YouTube channel. I want to encourage you to take a look at his content at West OK Overland. I arrived at the canyon on Friday afternoon and got set up and just had a little bit of daylight left to catch the sunset. I'm really starting to enjoy cooking on my Camp Chef fire pit. I have found that once the lava rock is warm, I can adjust the flame to the height to keep an even heat. And I'm going to take a risk and do some fancy cooking tonight. This is a deer steak. Now I'm going to chunk it and we're going to brown this thing and put it in with some potatoes, carrots, and have a good dinner.
I'm sure it's going to be great.
And then I'm going to put my potatoes and carrots in the Dutch oven with it after I have it browned and seasoned a little bit. That is a little bit of Lipton onion soup mix for seasoning. It's always a winner. I did brown my deer meat a little longer than probably necessary just because it's the first time on this little Dutch oven lid that I've ever cooked like this. So it was probably a little bit tough, but it was a good dinner.
Bartlesville, that's
Oh wow, you came
a pretty good haul. Yeah.
Yeah, we hit the snow.
My canopy became a gathering place from the cold for a few minutes. The fire pit gives off some good heat. Because the propane is not as hot as a wood fire, it has no impact on the waterproof nylon up above. And the waterproof nylon actually acts as a reflective surface and radiates the heat back down to the ground and keeps everybody warm underneath.
You pack up and leave.
Oh no, you'll see me out here dancing in it.
Nope.
The best camp trip I think we had so far was in Egypt. We had the heated blankets and the insulated clothes.
What I'm doing is heating up some water bottles for the night. I just take a water bottle and stick it inside of my sleeping bag next to me, and that keeps me pretty warm at night. It did get down to about 24 degrees, and the water bottle's heat is contained inside of the sleeping bag, and it works quite well.
No, seriously. My wife is from London. That's what they use.
To warm up their bedding?
Yep. At night, shit.
I'm heading off to bed tonight. It's going to be about 24 degrees tonight. I got my hat on and a little balaclava feature to it. It'll keep me nice and toasty warm. And a couple hot water bottles in my sleeping bag. And going to sleep nice and warm tonight. Got my 12-volt electric blanket on underneath my sleeping bag too, just in case I need it. So I'm gonna head off to bed. I'll see you in the morning. We all woke up to a cool, frosty morning, and it took longer for the sunrise to get down into the canyon than it did up above the rim. As a few more campers got up in the cool, crisp morning, I started to realize there were a whole lot of different types of camping going on at the rally. As a few more people were waking up, I decided to tour around and take a look at everybody's setup. friendly one.
Yeah, good job.
So what is your fridge?
You know, this is just a cheap Amazon knockoff of something.
All right.
It works great though.
That is the way to do it.
Yeah.
Everything is knockoff for me.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, but I like your little tray thing. Is that made just for the 4Runner?
Yeah.
Comes
So
out like that?
the bottom piece is a factory option, the sliding tray. The top piece is made by Aiden James Customs, and that's just made to fit on the tray.
Is that like a little foam sort of?
No,
it's just a hard
it's
protective.
hardwood. Yeah. So they take plywood, and then they put the liner coating on it, and they've got it all back drilled with those nut holes.
Yeah, those are awesome.
Yeah. So you can attach anything to it. It's wonderful.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Looks like you got a little lithium battery system there for your fridge.
Yeah, Blue Eddy for the fridge, and it's plugged into the 4Runner, and then we've got solar panels that we pull out.
Yeah, I saw them there.
Right now, honestly, we turned the fridge off last night.
Don't need it.
No,
It ain't
who's running it when it's 20 degrees out.
Cool. I like your stickers too, man.
Thanks.
Maybe that's what I ought to do. I'm running out of space for stickers on my
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, we've got all our trail stickers on our boxes that fit on top of the 4Runner when we're running it, and so we've got a bunch of front runner boxes that go up there, and that's where we've been to stickers.
Yeah, I like your ladder there with the little propane
Thanks.
thing there. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Thank you. We just got that set up. We on the way from Asheville, we didn't have propane in it, and we were hunting for a place to fill it in Oklahoma City and couldn't find anywhere to fill it because now everybody just trades their bottle in.
Correct. Now you
So-
can't afford to trade in the 5
Nope.
pound bottle there.
Absolutely not. No.
It didn't take me very long to spy out the creativity of a homemade camper and, of course, the frugalness that goes into building these. How much cheaper are they?
These were like surplus RV stuff, around $30.
Uh-huh.
It costs more to ship them than what the doors cost.
And you did that so that your canopy room
Yeah,
would
canopy.
not be...
It would be affected by the door going either way because we didn't want the body out past the fenders, so definitely. So it works out really good.
That is cool.
And it just works like an old pickup shell camper door. And these weren't very expensive. These are like $20.
That is pretty cool.
I got on all 3 doors, so.
That's very practical. And you can lock it up and everything?
Yeah, lock it up, yeah.
Hey, you got your little buddy in there? That's
Then
cool.
our table just folds down too, so we can have a cook on it or whatever.
So now when you added your rims here that are not, or you built your trailer, did you have to pick your axle size in order to extend it out so that it would clear the trailer?
The wheels actually come off my Grand Cherokee, and so I just knew where my tire was going to be. I actually wanted the outside to outside to be the same width my Grand Cherokee. It didn't work out because the full-size bed pushed us another 2 inches. So
Okay.
So it worked out really well. But no, I just figured out the spacing and built the axle for that.
Okay, so you actually built the axle.
Yeah, I built the axle.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just regular single spindle axle. So just planning from the foundation up. So
I like your fire pit. You got there's the lid for your fire pit. There's your bucket.
yeah.
That is awesome.
Well, the plan was to keep it from using too much gas. It uses 1 pound per hour with the flame about that high. So and then I can cook on it too. And it's light. It doesn't weigh anything.
I like that.
So it's very light, very basic, and it seals up.
Keep the rain out when you're not there.
Mm-hmm. And it's
That is
the
slick.
bottom. I put hose in because I didn't want propane to collect.
So what did you do for like a little, how did you create your holes for your
It's
fire?
half-inch stainless tubing,
Okay.
and I got 5 1/8-inch hose in it.
Okay.
So what worked actually pretty good. I got to. I need to give it a little more oxygen down here on my vent. Come on.
Takes a minute sometimes.
You
That's
can hear
pretty
it sucking
cool.
air on this side. I got to get more.
So you
air.
got your regulator, and that's where you control the flame height is from the little valve on the other side of the regulator?
Yeah, lows as is.
Cool.
So you just sit there and turn it up and down.
Very cool.
That's about 1 pound per hour, kind of like that.
So you kind of made it a little bit like a hiker trailer, is that right? You got
I
the...
copied a lot of different designs when I built it, and I didn't have a plan. We built the frame, and it took us 5 years to get to this level because of the not having a plan. But I knew I wanted air conditioner in it.
Right?
The doors was the hold up because doors were very expensive. Then when I got to thinking about cargo doors, I found a whole bunch of surplus up in Wisconsin on eBay.
Gotcha. I see your little water and filter and everything back there.
Yeah.
And so you got air conditioning right off the vent there in the back?
Yeah, it sucks on the left and blows out the back, and it's 5,000 BTU.
Cool.
It has to be hooked to power.
I like your little,
Steady jacks.
yeah. You must know how to fabricate. My fabrication is limited to a grinder and more bolts.
Yeah.
That works.
I don't know. This worked out really well. I think we got a little over $800 in it.
Uh-huh.
Most of it was just, first of all, before COVID, the prices are still decent,
Right.
and a lot of the holdbacks on this was the doors, because those are expensive. You don't get cargo doors. You get RV doors or teardrop doors, or $300-400 a
Right.
piece. These are $30 a piece. Like I said, shipping costs more than the doors did. Then the siding, you just go bare aluminum, and you have to paint it. Well, this is sign material.
It's what material?
Sign material.
Oh,
Got it from
okay.
a sign place. It's 040 thick, and it's enamel coated on
Yeah.
both sides. And they were $41 a sheet.
Okay.
After COVID, they're $65 a sheet. So this is pretty rigid. It's 1-inch insulation in the walls. It's 1-inch square tubing, 14 gauge. The bottom is 2-inch 11 gauge. And we've been in Ozarks, and we used the sliders on the side. Yeah. To trailer around the corners, and they'll hit the tree and push that thing all the way over.
Interesting. That's cool. You don't get your clearance, you just run it on by and it'll shove it.
Yeah.
So this is a cool little setup here with a Subaru Forester. Little build out in the back of it. And good memories of the Impreza. You can see the inside of it here. So tell me just a little bit about your build out there.
All right, so I built this. I did have a slide out for my stove, but I ditched that. I'm gonna get a swing out tire carrier and put a little table there, but now my stove fits under here. My skillet fits there. I've got a solar panel here to charge my Goal Zero, which is running the fridge. Got a front runner box here, which I want to take a look here. I've got little dividers to go in there, so
That's cool.
my cookware will fit right in there, and I keep things a little more organized.
Right. But you got a diesel heater too, is that right?
Yeah. This is the first night I've used it.
Okay.
So
How did it do?
it did fine. I didn't know how much fuel or how much battery it was going to use, so I turned it down on the lowest setting, and I was comfortable.
Gotcha.
It wasn't warm per se, but I was
Yeah.
comfortable at around 6:45, I turned it up about halfway,
Okay.
and I just went in there a minute ago and turned it down because it was pretty warm.
After breakfast and some good morning conversations, we got ready for the back road discovery route and a little bit of off-roading. We left the Red Rock Canyon Adventure Park, drove by the cool rock formations and the curvy little hill running out of the park, and then we headed towards some back roads. The first part of our back road discovery was driving on dirt roads. It was just similar to driving dirt track. It was a beautiful day, lots of scenery, and lots of colors to take in. We had quite a different array of vehicles in our column going down the road. I don't believe that there was a single one that was similar to the others. Everyone had a different model or a different brand. There was not a single duplication in our line. Quite a motley crew. Most of these back roads were just simple and exciting driving until we got to what we called the Purgatory area. And I'm not sure why they called it Purgatory, but I suspect it was to filter out who was who on the trail. And I'm still not sure if it was smart for me to take my pilot through this area. The area ahead on the trail is a steep, sandy incline with some rock drop-offs that are different every time you come through because of rain. It will wash it to one side and then to the other and back and forth, so you never know which way it's going to go. I started up the hill by following the line that the Jeep took, and that was the wrong trail for a Honda Pilot. I had to take a different line, but I got to the top, and I have to say that I can't yet answer whether or not it was smart or not to take my pilot back in here, but it definitely was an absolute blast. did do a water crossing, and that too was probably foolish, but later I did find out that the rear differential breather line is actually up inside the rear part of the cabin of the Honda Pilot. So the next obstacle is probably the dumbest thing I've ever done in a vehicle. This was nearly a sheer drop-off coming off the main road down to this little side, I don't think you want to call this a road, but I am the kind of guy as a kid I called my oldest brother when the roads were icy and I had him and his friend come and drive my vehicle home so I wouldn't smash it up. This was crazy.
I think you're the world's first Honda Pilot to go down that.
This Overland Rally at Red Rock Adventure Park was absolutely a success. It was a blast of a time. Got to meet some great people. Everyone was friendly. The conditions were just ripe for excitement with the cold weather and the off-roading in the Honda Pilot. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll look for you next time.
Glove inflator. Right next to the sink, there's a little machine, and you wave your hand, it turns on, and you put your glove under it, and it blows it up. Man, and it's warm too. How cool is that?